Hi everyone. Thank you so much for completing my survey. This is as quick as possible a video as I can put together about the results. So it was a survey about building community on YouTube. And the first question was about whether you have subscribed to any channels. It's a 50-50 thing. So that can mean lots of things. It can mean that either you're just a casual YouTube user or you're more selective in what you want appearing in your YouTube feed. Or many other things it could be as well. But this was just to get an idea of who the people who are or who might be watching my videos are in terms of YouTube use. The next question was a very important one for me about what kind of videos you tend to watch on YouTube. So you can see that mainly most of the people who answered my survey enjoy watching tutorials and videos, educational videos on YouTube, which is great, and also music. Then there was another section for others, and what you're also watching on YouTube is talks, presentations, right, cooking programs, great, and guided meditations. So that's awesome. Then about watching my videos, yay, thank you to those of you who have watched a video or two or more. Thank you, I really appreciate it. And if you haven't, you know what, that's fine. Maybe you will someday. Here are the results for those of you who rated my videos. Thank you, that's so encouraging to receive such a high rating. Thank you for that. I know I have so much to learn. I need to make my videos more concrete, more to the point. I know that I tend to meander in my storytelling, but I really want to make content that's useful and that's helpful. So if you can think of anything that might be those things, please drop a comment below. If you didn't answer my survey, well, it's closed now, but if you have any comments to make about my videos, if you decide to watch one or more now and you want to pop me a comment, please do. You're down below. And then we have the kind of topics that I tend to create videos about, and you can see that there is some interest in this question of being an independent professional, so I will be uploading material about that. But by far the most interesting topic seems to be the question of mindfulness teachings and the benefits of the practice. So watch this space, because I am planning a Q&A panel about mindfulness, and especially in the teaching English profession. So that's coming up soon. Thank you very much. This is so helpful for me. Next we have the question of length. So there's a tie between 0 and 10 minutes, and then fewer people are interested in longer videos. Although it is possible to talk about deep things straight away, it's easier to build up towards it. So you start at the surface and then you go deeper, if that makes sense. So in 5 minutes it's difficult, but I'll bear in mind that people would prefer shorter videos to longer. Although, who knows, you might want to start exploring longer videos. TED Talks, for example, at first shortened their talks from 20 minutes to 5, but then they noticed that, well, actually that probably isn't a good idea, and now they've increased the length of a TED Talk so that the presenters, the speakers, can actually speak about whatever they want to say in more depth. Okay, and now we have this question of how likely you are to like my videos and subscribe to my channel. That is awesome. Thank you. a little bit of a tutorial coming up in case you don't know what this question of liking and subscribing and commenting is. Okay, so several of you made some very useful comments. Thank you so much for that. I particularly want to speak about this one here. More concrete and less explanation. The last one I saw about the chocolate pudding, I expected you to give the recipe. Okay, so let me just explain. Here you can see a screenshot of when I made a search. I logged out and then made a search for my channel and for this particular video, and this is how it appears. So a couple of things. The first is that I'm not a chef. So I'm not the kind of person that creates recipes. I'm a very simple cook. So I know how to cook rice, and sometimes I change that round, or I know how, just very simple things. I know how to put some beans in the pressure cooker. I know how to put some avocado on a tortilla, but so that's the kind of cooking. And then normally when I do cook something a little bit more elaborate, those recipes come from other people. And some of those people, for example, if it's my aunt in Peru, or if it's somebody who's related to me, and the recipes aren't easily available, then I'll share those recipes with you, or I might film myself creating the dish. Although there are so many channels out there of people, professionals, actually cooking for you and showing you the exact measurements and all of that, and that really isn't my thing. I'm quite, what's the word? Organic when it comes to measurements. I just play it by ear. So that isn't very helpful for you. But I will share the actual recipe with you in the description if it's a recipe that you have no easy access to. But in this case of the chocolate pudding, there is already a chef out there. She's Brazilian and she lives in Spain somewhere. Her name is Chef Jana. And I watch her channel, and sometimes I prepare her dishes. And every time I've created something of hers, it doesn't turn out exactly as she shows it on her channel, because she's a chef and she obviously presents her dishes a different way, but the taste is always really good, and so I recommend her. And the place where you can find the actual video where she shows you how to make these dishes that I prepare in my video and I'm just chatting with you about are in the description below the video. So let me just show you briefly what happens underneath, just in case you didn't know. And if you do know, you can just skip this part. So this is a screenshot from the actual video that I'm talking about. And as you can see, I'm explaining there that I don't prepare these recipes. I prepare other people's recipes and then I review them. So I tell you if they're good or not, if they're worth you trying them out. And then in the description under the video, you can see numbered there. Number 1 is, like, only 2 people have liked that video so far, but if more people would like to like it, then that would be great. Number 2 is you can click that to share the video. So you might want to share it with somebody you know who's interested in cooking, or just interested in the topics that I speak about in the video. And then there is also the possibility of subscribing to the channel. So if you click that red box and you subscribe, then you'll receive an email every time I upload a new video, which you can watch straight away, or you can just decide to watch later, but you'll receive notification that I'm uploading. And then in number 4, you can see that it says show more. So if you click there, then you'll see this, which is the longer explanation of what the video is about, including the link to the recipe that I've already prepared in my video. Because my intention in my video is just to have a chat with you about, you know, wholesome, or let's call it vegan, why I'm vegan, and the benefits and all of that. That's the purpose. And I speak with you from my kitchen, having prepared a vegan dish and a cup of tea later, as if you were in the kitchen with me. That was the intention. But you can find the link to make the pudding yourself in that in the description, and and other links of interest I also include in that description box, it's called. And then below that are the comments. So that's the place where you and I can interact with one another. If you click like, then that's all I receive is somebody click like. But if you comment or if you ask a question under the video, then I'll answer and we can have a little chat. So that would be awesome. Finally, some of the comments of interest. Thank you for adding comments. Some of you said, you know, I'd like to watch videos in English and in Spanish. Ok, bueno, sí lo he pensado también, tratar de grabar en español, pero por dos razones no lo he hecho. La primera es que entonces se duplica el tiempo y ya me están diciendo que les gusta videitos cortos, entonces si lo hago en inglés y en español, pues más largo. Esa es una razón. Y la otra razón es que me dedico a ser profesora de inglés para adultos. Entonces como que me conflictúa un poco hablar en español en video, porque mi intención es ayudar también a mis alumnos. Si me pides un video en español, uno que ya he subido, por ejemplo, entonces puedo traducirlo para que aparezcan los subtítulos en español. Eso, por favor, pídemelo abajo. Dime qué video te interesa en español y ese será el primero que traduzco. Another comment is, yes, the question of brevity, adding more videos. Okay, yes, I do want to add more videos, yes, but just be aware that it's quite an undertaking to do it, because you've got to plan it. You've got to at least have some kind of PowerPoint or some kind of guide, some notes or a script of some sort, and then, you know, you've got to be ready to be in front of the camera. It takes several, you know, I'm filming right now. I've been filming for about 25 minutes, but the video itself hopefully will be under the 10, at least under the 15 minutes. I'd like to make this one. And so after filming is all the editing, and then after the editing is the uploading. I have no optic fiber here in Mexico City yet. They've promised to come and do the migration, it's called, but we're in quarantine right now, so that's not going to happen anytime soon. But it is contemplated, especially because I teach online right now, so I definitely need broader bandwidth for that. So that's on its way, but for the moment I'm just uploading onto YouTube with a regular modem thing, and it takes ages. It takes hours and hours, and the computer needs to be active. So you know, I can't do it overnight, because as soon as the computer goes into hibernation mode, then the uploading stops. So it's a very long process between having a video in mind and you being able to see it. That's the reason why there aren't just videos being uploaded every day. Hopefully, I hope to be at the point where I'm uploading at least a video a week. That's the goal. Okay, so that's it for now. Thanks again, and be safe, stay home, have a great day, take care.